Ding dong. Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be drawing and painting one of my favorite desserts, the red velvet cake. And what you might ask, what's red velvet cake made from? Even though it tastes like chocolate, it's made of red velvet and devilish cake. But it's a red heart, so let's get baking. I already started the basics with the red velvet cake, the dishes, the table, and the tablecloth, right before I immediately start with the body lines. Just like the character for the macaroni and cheese art, this is an original character, although we can give him some bios to know who it is. As I always order up food from Why Not has red velvet cake, it's always knows why it's the best dessert that I always had to eat, right until I get some sleep, and then some. Just like the stromboli and the garlic nuts, it's one of my favorites to eat with. But not really, because I will be able to eat it till nighttime and get some sleep. And then I wake up again and eat the stromboli. And what's more, I always enjoy Why Not Italian has last year. For this masterpiece, I think this is going to be a recreation to the previous red velvet cake render on DeviantArt, as well as one of the previous posts. That's a decision. That's why I decided to make sure it doesn't feel too different. It's basically what it is with a different element of backgrounds, as the red velvet represents the rose, as a crescent rose with thorns. As for the last incarnation of the red velvet cake, she wears a bikini and swimsuits, but for this one she wears a smooth fabric dress. The most interesting thing is that I really enjoy women who's wearing the dresses. They're always interesting for them to wear, even though it's the best to look at, just because it reminds me of the wedding dress from some anime show. Just like Dragon Ball, when Chi-Chi's getting married by Cuckoo, but didn't kiss. And in the Naruto series, Naruto and Hinata are a cute couple, until Naruto's shipping, they're having a great wedding day. Pretty neat, because it represents real life for the other kinds of representatives, as the love interest has been chosen. Just like the last iteration of the red velvet cake, she's holding a cup, but with a smooth ice cream filled with red velvet dots inside. Even though it's really nothing to say about any other particular art, if you guys already know about the fabrics, the design has the trousers and dresses, and some kind of dishes that become a lot more shinier, basically because of the glow. And the glowing brush is actually a replica of a screen brush. The screen brush is a light highlight. The screen brush is a highlight just like the multiply brush has a darker brush. This is just some tad beginners who don't know about computer digitalized art. You might as well just stick around and watch all these demonstrations. That way you can learn something to use Photoshop. Or in this app's case, Autodesk Sketchbook. Up next we're going to add some roses. Basically, I was going to put a lot of roses by absolutely copying and pasting, and then merging, and do it all over again for the same iterations. But even though if I did too much, merge way too much roses, way too long, and I accidentally exit the app, it might be a glitchy mess, even though it's still going to be the same iteration as the last one. I don't know why, but some of the glitchy messes can be causing so much storage. Even though if it's not upgraded, you still need to add a lot more terabytes of storage and memory. And because of that, you won't be able to have so much access and a lot of short patience, because that could happen because of the glitchy mess of the picture. I decided to leave it there so I won't have to waste time to it, but I'm putting a lot of grass into it, so the roses are the same placement. Alright, so now we create the half of the maximum highlights for red velvet cake in all items, including the unoriginal character. That way it could be reflected by sunset, which they are relatively based on. This time there are a lot of blue shadings and yellow highlights. Crimson red highlights because it's basically what it is as a sunset. The roses, just like the flowers, have a glowing effect. This time, one of the leaves, the red leaves, has to be reflected by sunset. So it's a little shinier, but I'm not putting a glow effect because there are a lot more fabric leaves out there. Basically because they're made of wood, made of feathers or something made of plants. Completely made of plants because I say that a lot wherever there's nature outside. So now the dress is a lot more lighter and smooth. So that way I'm creating highlights on the dress before I add a little bit of a glowing effect. Some of the women's dresses are highly more detailed than the tuxedo dress for men. That way it has a lot more detail with highlights of the dress and the magic, and because of that it has a shining effect with them, depending wherever they go out or when there's a lighting effect on certain things between them. Pretty more detail for anything else related to that. I always thought the dresses are made of transparent paper, but they're 90% visible and 10% transparent, so I won't be able to say anything about it. But I always like the dresses how they're 90% visible, basically because it's a lot more detailed. In every way, a lot of dresses are the same iterations. Basically because of the layers in the landscapes, the dress is a lot more of an open drawing as a masterpiece. Basically because they're made of something that has to be created by paint. A 3D paint, if I might be able to call. Some of the ideas are added to that, but you'll get the idea when it's added to concept arts in the gallery. And as we're nearly done with the concept, the sun is facing the character and reflected by shadows of the red velvet and the other items. I tried to use the brushes of the light brush, but instead I used the filter. That way it's more detailed for highest picture resolution. It's nothing to say about it, but I did that. And we baked it! Yay! Tastes like chocolate, but it represents the rose cake. You get it? It's okay to laugh.